Well, hello there. I'm not doing the Kingdom Within today. I'm working on the truck. I'm just getting ready to start some projects on it. And I don't know what I'm doing with any of this, but I thought I'd record it as I went and see whether I'd do anything with it later. Because I'm going to get rid of that roll-up door is my absolute intention. There was no sense in trying to fix it because the cables, it needs a bunch of different rigging or else it won't work. And the door was rotted out, so I just put on a series of pulleys which created enough pull that I can lift it that way because the door's really heavy. It's super thick, rotted wet wood underneath metal, like plastic sheets, and it was just done poorly and it just fell apart. And so as you can see, it was kind of a crappy job when they did it, and well, it made it a nightmare. So anyway, I'm going to replace it, but I want to put a different type of door on there because I want it to stay stealth, so I don't want to just build a wall and put a regular door, but I want to put like a door that I can fold down and turn into a patio, something like that, and then have a wall with a door behind it maybe. So what I'm doing is I'm leaving that door on until after inspection and I get to that part. I'm doing this one step at a time. I basically have no money and no idea on how to do this, but YouTube videos and faith is what I work on, and that's what the Holy Spirit has showed me to do. And so I just do this one step at a time. So today I'm actually going to open up the door so I can get to my tools and things in the back. But today I'm going to work on checking to see if my clearance lights are LED or not, because it's a 2011. There's a good chance they're not. And if they're not LED, I'm going to replace them all right now before I even start the build so that I don't have to worry about replacing them later, because I want something nice and good in there that'll last. Because once I build my walls to my house inside, I won't be able to get to that wiring real easy anymore. So I want to make sure that I've got it all done and done right. So anyway, I'm going to start that project. So I'm going to roll this door up and you'll see how it works, because it just is what it is. So there you go. You see what I've got. I just have a series of pulleys that give me enough pull to physically be able to lift it. Plus, because I had back surgery years ago, my lower back has got titanium rods and screws, and lifting things heavy compresses that area of my spine and could permanently damage me. So by using the pulley system, not only does it, I'm not having to lift. Instead, I'm pulling down, so I'm not putting any weight on the discs, and all the work's going to my arms and my muscles instead of on my spine. So anyway, that's why it is I'm doing what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to just leave this run for a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and climb up there and see what those are, whether they're LEDs or whether they're not. Now on my van, while I've been watching YouTube videos, Bob Wells, he's a nomad, and he has a lot of YouTube videos and interviews other people. And one of the things he did was he interviewed a woman that had this Black & Decker Matrix tool set. And what's really cool is it has all these different types of heads. So it goes from a drill to a now it's a torque driver, and I have a jigsaw head for it. I have a table saw head for it. So I have, like, it came with I think 4 or 5, and then I bought an extra 2. So I have all kinds of heads for it. Plus I bought an extra battery, so I have 2 batteries for it. And so now I can use it for just about anything, and which is wonderful since I'm doing this project on my own. And it all fits in this tiny little case, so that I can live with these on the road, and if I ever need to work on it, or someone else needs to work on something, I'll have the whole set in this tiny box in the van with me. So anyway, it's pretty cool. It helps if you remember to put the battery in it. See, I'm not keeping the batteries in the van because I don't want the temperature to be going up and down with the batteries, so I keep them separate from everything else. Well, folks, I'm not sure what I got going on, but I can't seem to see anything, so I'm just going to shut it off for now. I'm wasting battery.
Okay, hi.
Okay, well, come on back here.
This is my Uncle Jason.
Yeah, come back here and stand up on the thing. Stand up here. All right, there we go, and that way you'll be further into the camera. All right.
Hi, this is my Uncle Jason, and my name's Caleb, and we're going to be making a video about, like, this truck. It's might be a little bit hard to see, but it's probably going to be fine though.
Yeah.
Bye.
I think what he's trying to say is he's having a hard time seeing that I'm going to turn this into a house because it's quite the wreck of a truck at the moment. Not that it's a wreck, but, well, there's a lot of work to be done.
Yeah.
So anyway, Caleb, slide over. What we did do today was, if you remember in the videos, there was a pile of wood. So today we got rid of the pile of wood and I moved it there underneath the tarp, and then I put some of the scrap wood on top of that. So my goal was to work on, as I was showing you, my goal was to work on the lights up here. And it turns out, instead of fixing them, I broke one. And so now I've got to also discovered that the wiring to the ones in the front is underneath this aluminum to the inside roof. And the bolts aren't turning that are on the inside, so I'm going to have to cut that out. And I was thinking about cutting that inside roof out anyway to start fresh and put a new roof in with an inch of insulation. And I wanted to get down to it, but I wasn't sure. My dad was telling me I ought to leave it and put a second roof over top, but I think I'm going to go with my original plan, and that is to cut that other roof out. And, well, I'm going to just start that project and see what happens. So, and hope it all goes well. Anyway, I'll record some of that later on. So me and Caleb here, we're done for the day. He kind of was my support system. All right, folks. Well, may God bless you and yours.
Yeah, bye.